Hello, everyone. So, the last major assignment for this class is an e-portfolio. I have several things for you to read about the e-portfolio, but I'll start with the actual assignment. So, there are two parts to this. One is actually building the portfolio, and the other is a cover letter. So, in the actual portfolio, you need to make sure you include these four things. There's multiple parts to each one. So, a reflective cover letter, which is step 2 on this assignment. The research paper, in our class, you did the project. So, you would put a link to or upload your final project, your stage 4, with any peer review comments you got about it, any instructor feedback you got about it. If you went to any of the Learning Center appointments that were available, anything they said, and then finally the stage 4 reflection. So all of that has to go in your portfolio. The next thing is 2 writing assignments or activities. So you would put any of your discussion posts. All right, choose 2 of those and put that in there. And then finally, the final draft of a writing assignment you completed for another course this semester. So if you didn't do one, think about something that you wrote in another class last semester. And if you have any kind of issues filling in something that's listed here as alternatives, let me know. But we don't want you to use anything from another English class like 0103, 1010, or a previous 1020 class, okay? So those are the 4 things that have to go in the portfolio. The second part is the actual reflective cover letter. So there's lots of things for you to think about. The assignment sheet's kind of long. Everybody's doing this, okay? All 1020 students do this. The cover letter, I'm starting down here because the cover letter has to be 4 to 5 double space pages. That sounds like a lot, but if you look at how long this is with how many questions there are, it's going to take you a little bit to answer all the questions in depth. So read over the questions. The goal is to explain how your theory of writing, how you developed as a writer, it took place over the semester. And I want you to address it to either a student in your major or a student who will take this class in the future. All right. So, like I said, everybody in 1020 does this, and you can choose any of the following genres. So, you can write it as a letter, so dear future 1020 student. You can write it as an essay, or you can write it as a narrative, which would be you telling a story about this semester and your growth as a writer. And then you want to make sure that you cover all of these questions. I suggest using them as paragraphs. And you can have more than one paragraph for each question, but I would make sure you cover them step by step. Transition between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, but I would really use this as an outline to make sure that you cover all of the things that we're asking for. If you have any questions, please let me know. But read over the assignment sheet carefully and then email me questions. Okay. Then when you go to actually make your portfolio, right, I've given you 2 things to help you. One is a handout. So we'll start there. This handout, hopefully, yeah, okay. This handout is just a quick guide for kind of what everything is, what it should look like, and how to make one. So it tells you how to do this, how to create a portfolio, how to structure a portfolio so that you have this to use as you're working on it so that you know what to do and make sure that it's where it needs to be. The issue with this is that I can't see your portfolios until you submit them. So there's no way for me to kind of look at it and help you. It's what makes this a little bit more complicated in an online class, but this handout is really helpful. The other thing that is very helpful is the website that you can use to help you, which hopefully will open. All right, so this side has building a portfolio. This side is videos for building a portfolio. So choose whichever works for you best, and just go through them one by one. Right? So it's basically the handout, but in more depth. Okay? And just briefly, I'll show you how to make one so you can kind of look for it. When you're in Blackboard, you'll see your name at the top, right? And you'll go to Tools here, Portfolios. Now I have a couple, but you shouldn't have anything here unless you took 1010 or 0103 and made a portfolio. And so you'll click Create Portfolio. You'll give it a title. Don't call it title. Give it an actual title. You don't have to make a description. That's fine. And then just click Submit. Now it will give you a tour. I'm not going to do the tour because it'll take you step by step through how to do it. But once you do the tour, you'll know exactly how to make a portfolio. And then you can make it as fancy or as basic as you want. As long as all of the things I'm asking for are on the portfolio, I don't really care what it looks like. So you can just add sections here until you have everything you need to have, and then you're done. If you want to make it look pretty, that's awesome, but you don't get points for making it pretty. So if you are in a rush, you have other things you need to do, you have other classes you need to study for, leave it plain, put everything that needs to go in there, and be done. And always, as always, if you have any questions with any of this stuff, please send me an email. Even if it's over Thanksgiving break, I am there to help you, okay? And I'll be sending you emails and reminders throughout this week and next week.